You guys ready for your first comedian of the evening? Coming to the stage all the way from Pueblo, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for Doug Sterner.
He says all the way from Pueblo, Colorado because I drive a moped. So, believe me, it's a long fucking way. How we doing, guys? Anybody drinking? Alright, it's 4:20. Who's smoking today? Got a couple of you? Okay, good. Well, 420 is a very special day for me. All year I've been waiting for this day. And I was like, I just couldn't wait to get high all fucking day. Problem is, I got paid on Friday, and I was very impatient. I already smoked all that shit, so it's gone. I got high once today. Alright, that's a lie. I got high a lot today. First thing I want to say, let me tell you guys what's going on in my life. I just found out my 10-year high school reunion's coming up. Okay, I didn't graduate. But if I did graduate, it would have been 10 years ago. And so I'm kind of thinking about going, you know, because I want to look at all the teachers, the principal, the people that said, you'll never amount to shit, you know. I could be like, you know what, motherfuckers? Yeah, you're right, shit. Speaking of not amounting to nothing, I'm actually a manager at a restaurant. And I didn't get that job because I know what I'm doing. I got that because I've worked there for 4 fucking years. And the other day I was kind of depressed about it, so I was like, I want to feel like, whether it's true or not, I'm not just wasting my entire fucking life working in a restaurant. So I decided I was going to write a list of all the important things that I learned over the last 4 years working at this restaurant. I didn't come up with shit. It was pretty fucking depressing. I did learn one thing though. My weed dealer really likes our pizza. So that's a good thing for me. One of the best things that I think about smoking a whole lot of weed is nobody ever asks you to babysit. And I love that. Speaking of babysitting, my wife and I had a baby about a month ago. Thank you very much. Now, she's doing great. She came home from the hospital. Doctor said she had a little bit of jaundice, you know. They said she'll be just fine, put a little bit of light on her. I used the only light I had. My grow lamp. Don't worry, guys. The baby's doing fine. Growing like a fucking weed, too. Let's see, other things that are going on in my life. I'm out of jail again. So that's nice. You know, you get your walking papers. And I don't know if any of you guys have been to jail, but if you do go, I recommend you bring your own drugs. Those are pretty shitty. Being in jail does suck. I was stuck in a 2-man cell. In my cell, there's this crybaby bitch. I swear, he cried himself to sleep every fucking night. But my cellmate just learned to sleep through my shit, you know what I mean? I was missing my mom. I often get asked, you know, have I ever been raped in jail? And honestly, the answer is no. I'm really starting to think there's something wrong with me, you know? I thought at least going to jail I wouldn't have to pay rent. But apparently the Sureños proved me wrong. They had me paying higher rent in there. Only people that have been to jail understand that joke, so that's why we're in Manitou Springs, not Pueblo, guys. I'm broke, guys. I'm so poor, I actually ran out of gas the other day. Now, normally that don't sound like too much, but as you remember, I drive a fucking moped. I mean, what does it cost, $3 to fill that bitch? 25 cents could get me home with a pit stop at the fucking weed shop. But there I am pushing the motherfucker up the hill, quarterless. This fucking sucks. Being poor does have its advantages though. It can make you feel young again. It can. The other night I took my wife out on a date. We felt like we were back in high school. We went to the movies. Felt like we were back in high school. Because my mom had to drop us off and pick us back up when the show had ended. So being poor does have its advantages. Alright, so I don't think this is the only time that there's been a 420 event that everybody's been late to, because it is a pretty small audience, and I don't think that this is the first time. I don't think there's a coincidence, and I don't think Easter had anything to do with that either. Let's see. I think I got a couple more. One thing I do want to talk about work a little bit more. I got a lot of power being a manager, and sometimes that's exciting. Let me explain. We're doing some downsizing. We're trimming the fat, cutting some weight. And being a manager, I get to decide, who stays and who goes. So, I got to choose between two people. And this guy, he's a good worker. Fucking upper management written on him. Pretty sure that's what the tattoo on his neck says. But he's a great worker, you know what I mean? And does everything you ask him before you even have to ask him. Shows up on time all the time. The other guy, fucking clown, shows up to work whenever the fuck he wants. Always fucking high. Smoking weed at work all the fucking time. Let's just say I ain't gonna have to bring my weed to work for a little while. Had to make the right decision. Got rid of the other guy. Actually, one thing that's true is I keep missing Tommy Chong up in Pueblo. He came by my restaurant the other day, where I work, a different restaurant in town, different location. And it's funny because the first time the boss found out Tommy Chong's coming, he's all excited. Oh my God, Tommy fucking Chong's coming to eat at my restaurant. And all I could think was really? Now it's cool to be a fucking pothead? It wasn't so cool 2 weeks ago when you caught me out back getting high by the dumpster. Fucking asshole still ain't gave my pipe back. Gotta remind him about that. Anytime you see me take a drink, it's not because I'm thirsty, it's because I don't know what the fuck to say next. Fucking light's bright. Alright, so one thing I do want to say is there's some advantages to my wife being pregnant. They're not all advantages for me. Now she thinks she's cute because she's nursing, and that's great. It's great for the bonding and all that good stuff. But she thinks she's cute because she likes to squirt me from across the room. You know what I mean? And at first I was like, ew, you know what I mean? But then after a minute I was like, dude, I finally made my wife squirt. Another advantage to the fact that I got my wife pregnant, I hate to say it like that, but that's what happened pretty much. But one other advantage to that is that I know that rice isn't the only thing I can make in under 2 minutes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it didn't take very long. Took her 9 months, but it only took me 2 minutes. Alright, let's see. I am going back to school, trying to get my life back in order. I'm not doing it at a very fast pace. I'm going back to school at the community college. One thing I noticed, though, is the girls at the community college, they don't look as good as they do at the university. What I like, though, they got lower standards. It's nice for me. Fucking hardest thing I noticed about going back to school, though, that fucking paperwork. That stupid financial aid had me evaluate my whole life's worth in 3 fucked up questions. Pretty depressing. The first one was what is your total savings? I wasn't about to break the piggy bank to find out. Second one was what is your wife's total savings? And I was like, bitch, better not be holding out on me. And then the last one was what is your total assets? And I was like, assets. I got those. I got $1,000 worth of weed growing in my basement. True story. Another true story, and I think this is the only thing that happens in Pueblo, and I'll probably close on this because after this I'll probably get teary-eyed and I'll have to leave. But I drive a moped once again, and somebody stole my battery from my moped, ripped it out and stole it. It's got tweaker written all over it, I know, but what makes me really upset about it is that my keys were in the moped at the time. So somebody made a conscientious decision that ripping the battery out would be more valuable than just taking my fucked up, ugly ass fucking moped. So I'm still fucking stuck with it. Anyway, I'm Doug Sterner. Thanks a lot, guys.
Doug Sterner, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Sterner.